Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this video I want to talk about Nilfgaard. This faction seems to be the most played and the most toxic or hated by the community. And I must confess that whenever I play against them, I feel a blood rush and hateful feelings towards the opponent. That's because I do not like this faction at all within the current meta, with their soldiers, cultists, Tibor spam, mill, boost enemy and all of the other crazy things that are going on at the moment with them. And that is why I chose an off-meta deck focused around Devotion Spies. So far they seems to be the least toxic out of all the Nilfgaard decks. They are very fun, challenging to pilot and very rewarding to play. But most important, this deck doesn't make you want to take a shower after each round to get rid of the dirty feeling that you get when you play an OP or meta faction. So I went with the imposter leader ability because it fits with the spy team in my opinion. This ability locks a unit, which in itself is a nice tool, and it spawns a copy of that unit to your side and it boosts it by the number of statuses on that row, which in theory should be lots of spying status. Next, I went with the Crystal Skull stratagem, mainly for the Veil part, which can protect our engines. And from the top to bottom, we have Emir. I use him relatively early in the game for a free deployment of a soldier. And of course, drawing a card is a nice bonus, but his main purpose in the deck is the passive ability, which is whenever the opponent plays a unit, it gives it spying, which benefits our leader ability and other engines and cards within the deck, but most importantly it benefits the next card the most, which is Terra Nova. Terra Nova can spawn and play any unit that receives spying in a game. This card has lots of potential and can give you defenders, powerful units or engines. The sky is the limit and has assimilate as a bonus. Usurper Officer, this card evolves each round. I mainly try to use him in round 3. As you can see on max evolve, he has Veil and boosts himself with every spying unit and spawns 2 operatives that he can seize whenever he wants. He plays for mainly 13 points as a base, but depending on a situation he can play for more. For example, he can give 2 charges for the enforcers and so on. Bratans, I use him mainly to spawn informants most of the time, or infiltrators depending of the situation, and of course he has an assimilate passive, which is a nice bonus. Coup, this is an echo card, will be used on something that has spying status and will spawn and play a copy of that unit. Has great potential with Emir and other cards, but 50% of the time I use this on the next card, which is Joachim. Joachim is a disloyal unit, and whenever you play him, he plays a unit from our deck and boosts it by 8, which is great for points and of course deck thinning some of the time. Fion is our defender to protect our more important cards such as Terra Nova or Bratans or Emir and so on. Treason is a nice tactic, it gives spying to a unit, which enables us to replay that unit with Terra Nova or Coup, but most important, damages unit adjacent to that unit by its power. Great art as a sort of Tal punishment, but it has many uses. Fergus has great base power and enables all other units that benefit from spying status and of course our leader ability. Peter is here as a tech, here he sets the power of a unit. Sometimes I switch him with Roderick, depending on how I feel. But now on to the bronze cards. I went with 2 mage torturers, which are assimilate engines, and of course they give spying on deployment to an enemy unit. Enforcers are the engine of the deck, they damage a enemy unit by 1, and of course whenever a unit gains the spying status, they receive a charge of damage. They synergize well with the rest of the deck. The diviners are here just for the purify aspect, which can purify locks from our engines or purify veils or defender status from the opponent. They have a simulate, which is a nice bonus. Informants, they are the bread and butter for almost every Nilfgaard deck. They count as a spying unit for other cards in our deck, and of course they copy a bronze unit from the opponent, which is a nice bonus, very nice bonus. Mangonels, they are a very interesting unit. Damages by 1 units adjacent to the unit that receives spying status. This includes informants and infiltrators, and they synergize very well with infiltrators with the damage part of it. But next we have turncodes. They give spying on deploy and do 1 point of damage per charge. They have a cooldown which can be reduced when a unit receives spying. They are sort of a different version of enforcers. Just one arbalist, mainly for the damage on a unit that has spying. Sometimes it can help clear an engine and so on. Last, infiltrators, they do 3 damage to adjacent units. They synergize, as I said, very well with the mangonels, which can do 4 points damage for every unit adjacent to the infiltrators, and 8 damage in total, which is very nice. So this is the deck, but before we go to the showcasing part of this deck, I leave you a small tip when playing spies. You can use your disloyal units to mess up the opponent conditional units, such as Sucrus, or units that needs the crew condition to be more powerful. So that is it. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe. It's free, and of course it helps a lot.
A fine vintage you could have made. Indeed, I say.
There is but one punishment for traitors.
Order! I would trust every last one with my life.
Gentlemen, onward! Follow me!
Now you see me.
Praise be to the great sun!
You're gonna get it now.
It's a slow start in my head. You came and went every night. If I see
Let their blood break their bones and spirit!
are you my friend or my life?
Behold Nilfgaard's iron might!
Cunning play.
It's often, I guess,
Don't snap this spout of me, I'm
access feels like, it feels like, you feel like home.
I do what I must.
You feel like home. It's a slow start in my life. You can't
There's order! Let out be!
My blade. I trust you have sharpened.
if I see you again.
I spy my
My life.
Your name, young man, stands to be cursed in one urge.
A secret compartment. Delightful.
My chest feels like, it feels like, you feel like home. You feel like home.
We're one and the same.
You feel
All I have to do for the Empire.
You feel like home.
Able to pass.
You feel like home.
Cunning play. Need my help. played your hand. Now, allow me to talk.